Hello everyone, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. Today is April 14th, 2014, and I'm here with Nino. We're going to do what we've done for years now, which is analysis of the market and evaluation of our strategies, which are based upon the 5 p.m. close of our daily bars. How this session is going to go is that we're going to talk about how it works. We're going to do a daily market analysis, and we're going to discuss whatever trades that we may put on, and also whatever trades that we currently have on. Nino, how are you doing?
I'm great, Marcello. How are you?
Great. I bet you're really ready to get this week started. It really does look like we may have some tremendous opportunities for some long-term plays. Last week was a little choppy, so hopefully we can get a bit more of a trending movement so that you guys can really rock it, because that's what you generally do when you get the opportunity in that live trade room. Any thoughts on that?
We're looking for some long opportunities because, like you said, the market has kind of been in a deadlock, and it's not just the last couple of weeks. Somewhat for the year, the market hasn't really been trading the way that we normally know it trades. We know that the market does that sometimes. So hopefully this month kind of gives us a few trends like you're saying, because we know that summer's coming up, and then around that time the market is going to slow for a bit. So hopefully we get a good little move for this month and next month before the market kind of slows back down again.
Absolutely. All right, guys, so let's talk about how it works. Our formula for success basically is to do our 5 p.m. market analysis to determine the market bias. What is bias? Bias is the probability that price will either go up or down, whether we have a buy bias or a sell bias. And so that's what it comes down to. Now, how do we execute our biases? We either take a set and forget it trade, meaning that we determine our entry, our stop loss, our take profit beforehand. We set it on the day before, and we do not look at it until the close of the market the next day. The other thing that we can do is day trade in the direction of our bias using our pods, our points of decision for bigger profits. Now, if you don't know how to do that, or you want to do that effectively, I recommend that you come into the tribeforex.com trade room with Nino. He mans it on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern Time during the European session, and then again at 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time during the New York session. That's a great opportunity for you. It's absolutely free. You should check him out in action if you really want to really do well in this game. So let's go ahead and take a look at this market here. So I'm going to actually start with the euro dollar. So as you can see on the euro dollar, we actually had a gap down and a continuation of the market to the downside. So we actually had quite a bit of movement. Now, I've been looking for a sell on the euro dollar for some time now. We didn't have a tremendous amount of movement from high to low. I would say about 50 pips. We had about 53 pips or so. But we did have quite a bit of a move down here. And it does say that the market is looking for a retracement here. Now, we have reached just about the upper side of the range. Now, I was looking for us to hit this upper trend line here and also the Bollinger Band. It didn't quite happen for us. Now, we could see a retracement. We could see price come back up here. But for the time being, it looks like price really wants to move down. And if you look at the weekly here, that's exactly what we need to see. We need to see price really move down here. I've been talking about it for the last 2 weeks. We look to see price move all the way back down to the bottom part of this support area. Okay? And so that is what we have on the euro. So I've got a sell bias on the euro dollar. And hopefully that sell bias will take us all the way through back down to 130, 150 in that range. That's what I would like to see. I would like to see it break out of this channel here. At the very least, guys, we could see in the next few weeks at least a push down to 136.50. So that's what we're looking for at the very least. And if we have a breakout of this channel here, we may actually have a push back up after that. And then finally a breakout, and we can get down to that 130, 150 range. So that's what we're looking for. This is our lower support area. We just hit our upper resistance area. We're going to look for some play here, push down, push back up perhaps, and then a breakout. Okay, so that's that. Dollar CAD, you can see how it is. Yes.
Can you go back to the euro?
Yes.
On the daily chart.
Okay. On the daily.
We have 2 points. We can connect those 2 points from Friday and basically today.
We could. We could, absolutely. We do have 2 points here. Let me go ahead and pull that up. That's a very good point. We do have a new swing. We also have a new trend line, guys, that we can use.
Right.
And I would actually, let me do that, actually. That's a very good point. I guess we could just connect these 2 points for the time being.
Right. We could see price push back up around that area as well, give us some play and maybe drop before it really hits that upper trend line that we were really looking for last week for prices to hit.
Yeah, that's a very good point. We could definitely see that happen. In fact, I think I've got a lower something going on down here that I need to take off of my charts here. Get rid of this. It's Fibonacci's irrelevant. Not sure why it's on here. There it goes. All right, so yeah, absolutely we could. We also have a previous trend line that has been basically braked, if you will, the euro-dollar descent just for the time being. And we do have a close below the 50% fib area. So now we do have another trend line, and he's right. We could see price come back up and really get back to that 38.96 area. We could see a push up there because we do have a new trend line that's formed here, and then maybe a push down from there. So that's what's going on in the euro. Thank you so much, Nino. That was a very good call. Okay, dollar CAD. You can see here that we did have a support area. That support area actually became resistance, and you can see that that resistance area is kind of held for the time being. You know, honestly, just because of where it is, we've got to consider this consolidation. We have really 1, 2, 3 bars here. We could see price really sell off this trend line because it is holding on this dollar CAD. Maybe see a strengthening of the CAD over the U.S. dollar, but for the time being, I'm just going to go ahead and call this consolidation. Look for a sell-off of this 1.0988 area, 1.100 area basically, which is a psychological area, and maybe a push down from there. Pound dollar. Pound dollar, same thing, guys. We basically hit a double top here on the pound dollar. Beautiful, beautiful action here, 168.12. We really hit a high of 168.20. Came within less than a pip of each other, I think, actually 2 pips. And really a nice sell-off here on the pound dollar on the way down. I think that we can see price continue to move down. There's nothing to stop it from where we are right now. And we can actually see it at least come down to 166.30, where I do see a potential intersection with the 50 EMA. And so that's where we are on that. The dollar Swiss, so I'm looking for a sell on the pound dollar. Looking for so there's a sell bias on the euro dollar, sell bias on the pound dollar, and there's a consolidation bias on the dollar CAD with a, you know, I would say the potential of a sell off of that trend line that I just discussed at 1.100 or 1.0988. Okay, dollar Swiss, same thing. We had a gap up on the dollar Swiss. It did kind of close, came very close to closing here. I say that we can see price move back up to 88.50, and that's a very good area psychologically, double zeros kind of area, if you will. And so we can actually see price begin to move back up to 88.50 here on the dollar Swiss. Okay, dollar yen, I'm also looking for, as you can see, the support areas have held here as well, and we can look for a buy and a push all the way back up to 103.50. Dollar CAD, we just talked about the dollar CAD. We're looking for consolidation bias. All right, so my New Zealand dollar is actually an interesting pair to look at. And what you can see on this New Zealand dollar is that we are in a channel. It's almost a perfect channel here, and you'll see you're seeing a lot of play inside of this channel. So I do believe that we are due for a push down on this New Zealand, really looking for it to get back to 8,600, okay, 0.8600. And so I'm looking for a sell here on the New Zealand dollar. I do have a sell bias on the New Zealand dollar. Our Aussie dollar is in consolidation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars inside of the Aussie dollar. We're going to be looking for consolidation price movement, if you will. We do have 2 bars, so we can actually finally draw a trend line on this Aussie dollar, and it's going to look a little something like this. Okay, yeah, 2 points that actually we've got 2 swing highs that we can draw from, and so there's going to be looking for 94.50 as our area of resistance. there, and obviously from the lower side, there's plenty of areas. So I'm going to look for some price action at 94.50, and it is a consolidation bias on this Aussie dollar at the moment. Euro yen also, guys, you can see that we drew support areas, and you can see that where price is done, it's continued to move and honor that 38.2 fib area, also the trend lines, and we're going to look to see price move up on the euro yen. So that's a buy bias, and we have a pound yen buy bias once again. We actually closed above this 50 MA. We're going to look for price to begin to move back up inside of this channel to 173.00 on the pound yen. Okay, so we have a buy bias on the pound yen, buy bias on the euro yen. We have a consolidation bias on the Aussie dollar with a tendency toward the sell side. We have the New Zealand, which is going to give us a sell bias, okay, here as well. We're looking for price to get down to 8,600, 0.8600. Dollar yen, we have a buy bias back inside of its channel, back inside of its consolidation zone. Dollar Swiss, sorry, we're looking for a buy. We're looking for price to get back to potentially 88.50. Pound dollar is a sell. Dollar CAD, as I said before, is going to be consolidation bias with a tendency toward the sell side. Here we're going to look for price to bounce off of the trend line here at 1.0988. And then euro dollar is also a sell bias. It just continues to move nicely down. And as Nino pointed out, we do have a resistance trend line here at 138.90. Or right around 139.00. So look for price action there. And that pretty much sums it up for us, guys. I look forward to seeing you. Just so that you know, Nino will be doing a session tonight, 1 to 3 a.m. in the London session, and once again, 8 to 10 a.m. in the New York session. That's Eastern time. We look forward to seeing you guys there. Happy pips. We'll talk to you
Marcello,
soon. Yes.
I would just like to add, you always say I'm doing my sessions, but you never add how easy you make my sessions are. Because of you with these calls, with our bias calls on a day-to-day basis, it makes my time in the live trading room a whole lot easier, because basically I have the flow of the market. I know what direction that we're looking for. So I would like to encourage everybody to continue to pay attention to these biases that you're putting out, because if they go back and they check the videos on a week-to-week basis, they can see that basically we should be batting around, I'd say, about 80% as far as the bias goes. Every now and again, we might not catch a bias, but like I said, because of your bias on a day-to-day basis, it makes trading a whole lot easier for myself. So I would like to thank you on that behalf, and I would hope that everyone in the room that really appreciates these biases, the way you put them out on a day-to-day basis, that basically help us all in our trade.
No, thank you very much for the acknowledgement, and yeah, I'm glad to be able to serve in this way, and definitely thankful. They should be thankful to you for the time that you give in that trade room, because you know, with the years that you put into perfecting your craft, they're very, very lucky to have you. So guys, get in there in that trade room, look at the biases, definitely be in there with Nino in the trade room, and be prepared to make some big pips. Good luck, you guys, tonight. All the best.
All right. Thank you.